So I don't know how this is surprising. Uh, so we have David over here, and God, how they've fallen. Like, remember God of War? How amazing that game was. Yeah, look how far this dude has fallen. Um, Creator David Jaffe seemingly admits he's a woke activist, which we already knew. I mean, I think this was on call with Alyssa, but you can see the protect trans kids thing in the back. Gee, I wonder what kinds of people say protect trans kids. Also, the same call with Alyssa, the video call with Alyssa, he's also a man who admits to enjoy the company of purchasable females who dabble in the S work uh, path of employment. Um, he's simping over Alyssa, and I mean, it's pretty obvious the dude's but I know that he's not really in the industry much anymore. But it's people like him who are still in the industry, whether it be EA or Activision or BioWare or Ubisoft. They're basically all like this. They're all just activists. Um, and that's the reason why games are so bad now. God of War creator David Jaffe seemingly admitted he was a woke activist, which again, it's not surprising. His apparent admission came in response to Phantom Pulse's co-owner John De La Rose, noting that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 creative director Daniel Vavra was bragging that Jaffe was playing the game. Posted, so I'm watching David Jaffe, creator of God of War, that I liked a lot. Creator of the God of War that I liked a lot. Playing KCD. Then I checked the messages, and there's a message from guess who? The IRS, the FBI, the CIA, Geico. Who? Who messaged you? Delarose reacted to this post and wrote, corporate sellout Daniel Vavra, now bragging that woke activist David Jaffe is loving Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. JDA was right again. This was all an organized psyops against gamers. Do you see it now? Do you see? In response, so David writes, just for 100% clarity, are you saying in a public space, stating as fact that I am engaged in an organized psyop against gamers? Um, for 100% clarity, are you a woke activist? It would not surprise me if I were, but give me the definition and I will let you know. A person who performs activism for woke leftist causes. I mean, I believed in leftist progressive causes and post a lot about it. Attended a few marches. If that makes me an activist, then 100%. He's a woke activist. He lost his child to the alphabet ideology. Vavra is calling for support from SJWs as peak lolcow. It's a lolcow. Um, actually, where I so again, like this is how far. Like you think about God of War and how amazing that game was, how amazing it looked, the storytelling, the language that was going on in that game, the things like this dude, he and also he likes to pretend he's an activist. These activists talk about misogyny, but this dude outright said to Vera Dark that the only reason she has a channel is because she's an attractive woman. Sounds kind of misogynistic to me there, buddy boy. Um Again, he also was talking to Alyssa and talking about how he's dabbled in the uh S worker uh field of women, enjoying some pleasurable company, whether it be holding hands. Actually, no, we when it comes to S work, we know what it is. They're not sitting there holding hands, going on dates, and her doing this on the other side of the table. We know what they're doing. She's sitting there So, um, that all went that I know that went on longer for longer than it needed to. I wanted to give a visual of what was possibly happening. Actually, I think one of the comments was imagining this dude naked getting it on with someone he paid is now seared into their mind. So I gave a more PG, less you know, yeah. But actually, let me find that clip of him and Alyssa. Okay, I found the clip. Um, the one that the picture isn't from the clip. You can tell by what he's got an orange in the orange or red on the other one, and he's got yellow, but same thing. You know, he's still got the protect trans kids and all that. But
why can't you be a stripper? Why can't you be a sex worker?
I was never. I think it's just. Again, the demonization of sex work is a huge issue.
It is.
I know
horrible.
Sex workers. I'm friends with sex workers.
Yep.
As people know,
I've gone to sex workers.
I've gone.
you know, he wants to talk about empowering women and claim he's an activist about equal rights and this and that for women, but then he likes to get by women and objectify them. So, there's that. But yeah, God of War. Like, think about the first game, the sex scene, the sex mini game in there. But this is the problem with the industry now. There's too many people like him. There's too many activists. There's too many people who, think that their political views are so noteworthy that they need to be forced into the games. When people use games as an escape from reality, life sucks. Life sucks. People are going out, they have their jobs, they're coming home, they want an escape for an hour or two before whatever. They want to escape. But no, they can't do that anymore because of activists forcing modern day crap into games. So instead of saying, oh, I don't know, playing something like Dragon Age, which is medieval fantasy, instead you're sitting there and getting preached to about characters being non-binary and using modern terminology that they shouldn't have back then, in that kind of era, when the mother of Tosh outright says that the Qunari have a word for what she's feeling, but nope, she's got to use the modern terminology because, they want to make sure the strong, powerful females, making strong, powerful females just constantly emasculate men, constantly putting them in their place, always being able to do everything better than men, not needing any training at all. They think that this is badass and what a girl boss is when it's not. And I bring up all the time Galadriel. Galadriel is the definition, the very prime example of, girl boss. The woman who is so powerful that she can bring you to your knees by just being in your presence. She doesn't have to say anything. She doesn't have to lift a finger. Just her mere presence is enough to get people to crap themselves. That is a true girl boss. She doesn't have to do anything, and yet she's kind. But she's also vulnerable when she needs to be. That is what a girl boss is. But people like Jaffe over here, Jaffe, want the girl boss that emasculates the men and puts them in their place, and they're just super duper at everything they do. Which is why I don't think people have liked God of War. I mean, was it the last God of War or the one before that? People were like, no, this isn't it. Like, the original God of War, whoa, and it still holds up incredibly well today. But you can see the themes, kind of emasculating Kratos, which, I mean, it's cool. It's like, oh, he has a kid again. You know, his he was kind of forced to kill his wife and daughter, and that's like the whole reason why his hatred of the gods starts. So him having this kid who he needs to take care of now, you know, it kind of it shouldn't really emasculate him, but it should just kind of tone the anger down. Um, but you see a lot of the times women putting him in his place, emasculating him, belittling him. Um, so clearly they want to go a direction of that, which whatever, it's their game. But yeah, I mean, it was so it's obvious he is. It really is. Um, actually, what's it? I can't remember if it was this one. This dude, this really the dude behind God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. Did this motherfucker just admit on stream that he hired sex workers? Imagine being so simpish for Alyssa that you admit hiring hookers in front of the whole world. So wait, there's it. Oh yeah, yeah. This is the one where Alyssa says that she did a little bit of cam work and digitally stripping. Um, moving past the mental image of Jaffe going to sex workers. Yeah, there's a few that are basically like, yeah, that image is now just in my brain. But yeah, this is the dude who made God of War one of the coolest games of all time, and it just shows that yep, time does change people. He went from this person who made one of the most badass games of all time to a guy who sits there admitting on camera that he goes to sex workers and that you know, protect trans kids and this and that, and yeah, I'm an activist, and that's the problem with the game industry. They're activists. They don't care about the games. They don't care about the gamers. They just see these games as outlets to push their crap when they should know that gamers or regular people, you know, because it's not just gamers. Sometimes just normal people like to play games as an escape, and now they're coming back, and you know, it's like, oh, I got some time. I'm gonna play game, you know, play some games for a little while, and then suddenly they're being preached to about racism and how you're white, so you're evil, and oh, strong women, and it's because of people like him. It's because of people like Alyssa, even though she's not in the game industry. She's just a journalist, but it's people like her. But he's prime example of what's wrong with the game industry now. You know, he may be not be involved now, but it's people like him. So, but you know, it's good that he admits it. Good that he admits it. Also, I'm sorry for the image of, you know, but you know, what are you gonna do? Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.